taking a step further and using our pencil crayons, we're going to add a little more detail to him. I'm going to use my brown, and I just want to darken some of those areas, and I've put some black on it. I'm going to add a bit of brown as well. I don't need to cover all the black. I'm just adding to it between the black and the orange. The brown is going to help just to bring it together, color in the middle. And if I think about these legs, they are not flat, they are actually round, like a stick. So to make that sort of shape, I'm going to put some shade down the side of them. Just using my brown pencil crayon, nice sharp one. I'm not covering my orange, I'm just adding some depth on the sides to give some shape, some form. You don't need to be scared if you see your strokes. It's your artist's signature when you can see your pencil strokes as you're going. Think about the direction that you're putting those strokes. But really, I'm just very simply putting a bit of brown around the edges, and it's bringing our crab to more of a 3D effect. You can do a huge amount just with pencil crayons. They are a wonderful, wonderful medium to use. Right, let's give his chelipeds some really good attention. They are a main feature of our crab. Remind me of sort of robotic arms almost, so I want it to be nice and strong. You can see how they're slowly coming out a bit more. I'm going to leave the other side for now. I'll show you a picture at the end of it all finished. I'm going to use a bit of red. I don't know if this is red or pink, and to add a little bit more richness to his colour. Being thoughtful about where I'm putting my strokes. I want to leave some of the orange to show because it's beautiful, but I'm adding and layering some red as well. And this is really starting to give him a lot more form, texture, bring out that colour. Make sure that my stroke's actually quite loose because I want that orange to show through. Right, I'm actually going to go back to my brown and I'm going to put in some of these. There's a bit of shape here to his carapace, which remember is the shell on his back. So I can show that also just by adding some shadow where I imagine those dents are in his shell. You can see I'm moving my pencil all over in all sorts of directions. At this point I don't want to be colouring in. I'm adding texture, I'm adding contrast. Some areas are nice and dark and going to light, and he's starting to come out really nicely. I'm not scared of my strokes showing. At this point I've got a nice base of orange, but at this point I'm making marks rather than colouring in, and that's an important distinction to make. Drawing is all about mark making rather than just colouring in something that's flat. Right, I think that's good. I think his carapace here definitely needs some more attention, so I'm going to come and just deepen his colour, and I'm just going to knit my marks together as I'm going. everyone has their own style using pencils. So maybe even want to doodle on the side of a paper. Do you like using marks that go round and round? Do you like marks that are straight, marks that cross over each other? And you find your own voice, your own way of making marks. I'm not really doing anything special, just scribbling along. But what I am doing is being thoughtful about where those scribbles go. So I'm making a darker area here, but I'm also leaving some of the orange plain so that I can get some contrast. Let's add a bit of this pinky red color just to brighten them up. I'm going to follow the same sort of pattern. The brown and the orange is showing through my red. And there it comes. Alright, I think I could add a bit of red here on his face as well actually. It's a bit dark, a bit dull. Maybe I add a bit of red into the black here of his claws. That's really gonna draw attention to those claws that he has on his carapace. Right. Be bold with your colors as you go. We start from light and we get darker and darker. What makes an exciting picture is when we have light colors as well as dark contrast as well. So I'm going to finish up the rest of his other side of his legs. I'm going to fast forward this part, but you carry on. I'm going to do the rest while you have, and you can have a look at the end what he looks like. Alright, I'm just about done. The trick that I want you to try and practice with layering of pencil crayons is that we don't want to put a layer of orange and then cover that orange completely with another layer of red. We want to leave some of the orange bare, showing its true color and beauty for itself, and then as we layer on other colors, they are not covering completely, they're in an area of their own. And maybe I even have 2 or 3 colors that are layered on top of each other, but they are each have got a little bit of space where they are showing just mostly their own color. So don't be scared that my marks are quite loose here. It means also that my colors underneath can shine underneath. My general neat layer of orange started me off well, and again I think at the end it's always a good idea to have a really dramatic picture. Having those darks really show off the light colors. So take your black again and just darken some of those dark areas. You can make them as dark as you can, those dark shadows, and they're just going to show off your crab. I'm even going to add a little bit more on the underside of his legs, and that's just going to bring him to life. Right, boys and girls, your crab will hopefully look different to mine because all our artwork is very unique and special. The style and the way that we choose to use our colors is going to be different, and so I look forward to see what your crabs look like. And remember that the creativity that you have inside of you is unique just to you, so which makes your work very special. So be kind, talk kindly to yourself, And if you struggle, that's okay. We know that we struggle. It's hard work to draw, and you just keep on going, persevering, and we can be so pleased with ourselves at the end. And so there's my lovely crab, all finished. I had so much fun, and I hope that you have fun too, and that I'm looking forward to seeing your crabs. So happy drawing. See you tomorrow.